Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. When I hear the name Chris Craft, I instantly think of some of the best day boats the 60s had to offer. Those classic, elegant summer runarounds that you often saw in TV shows and movies. Fast forward 50-60 years, and you're looking at the Chris Craft Calypso 24cm. This is still a head-turning day boat that is going to grab attention no matter where it goes, but this time it's designed and built with all the low maintenance materials so you can focus more time on being on the water. I personally love the colour scheme of this one inside and out. This one's got the midnight blue gel coat, it's got Riviera red gel coat stripe, and even the outboard was painted in ivory cream for that extra finishing touch. This boat measures in at 25 foot 2 inches long with a beam at 8 foot 6. She's got 117 gallons of fuel, 21 degree dead rise, and a dry weight of just under 6,000 pounds. This particular example was powered by a Mercury Verado. It's a 300 horsepower 4-stroke outboard, and it should give you a top speed of somewhere around 50 miles per hour. Note the boarding ladder tucked away underneath the bathing platform. You got synthetic teak covering on the bathing platform itself. I like the use of the pop-up cleats, as well as having a bathing platform on either side of the outboard. Now if I pause this one for a second, on the port hand side you're looking at the live well. You can see we've got rod holders along the back of the transom seats. Just above the Chris Craft nameplate, that's actually a ski pole that drops down. And then right next to the transom door is where you're going to find a shower for rinsing off when you come back out the water. As we make our way into the aft cockpit, I like the door on the starboard side, not only if you're into swimming and diving, but also if you're into fishing for bringing a large catch on board. And there is spacious seating throughout, and this is all covered in what they're referring to as almond cockpit vinyl. You'll find storage underneath most of the seats on board, and on the starboard side we've got the cooler, a little wet bar area for drinks and refreshments. And if you are using this for fishing, this could also be used as a bait station as well. And the hatch on the starboard side is self-draining, and this could be used as a built-in cooler or like an ice box. And then as we move across to the port hand side, the seat here, the backrest, can be forward facing or rear facing. You can turn it into like a sun lounger. But as I lift this up, you'll see that there's massive storage in here. This would be perfect for canopy covers, seat covers. You could probably put fishing rods and maybe even ski equipment in here too. As we move forward, notice all the handholds that's in place. And then for a boat of this size, I was pleasantly surprised on the port hand side, where this will open up and actually has a heads compartment inside. And this just makes it far more comfortable and practical, especially if you've got young family on board for spending all day out on the water. This also doubles up as extra storage, which is what it was used for while this was on show at the Daytona Beach Boat Show. And everywhere you look on board, I was just impressed with the finishing touches, the craftsmanship, and how well everything's been thought out and designed. And on the starboard side, that's where you'll find a very comfortable and very well equipped helm position. You got a Garmin 12-inch multifunction display, as well as a Garmin VHF radio and antenna. You have your Mercury engine controls. And as far as the price point goes, at the Daytona Beach Boat Show, this one was on offer for $219,574, including the trailer. And at this helm, you've also got controls for your trim tabs, but you've also got controls for the anchor windlass, which will show you up in the bow. And you've got a compass on top of the dash. And you can close the wind door and the windshield, especially if the weather was against you. And underneath the helm, there's more storage. And this has got infill cushions for the bow, where you can turn it into a large sun pad. And on the bow, underneath the seats, there's more storage. You can see we've got plenty of handholds. We've got the speakers that's connected to the Fusion stereo. There's plenty of drinks holders here. I like how you get the cigarette charger. That way you can charge up your phones, especially if you're connecting to the Fusion stereo. And you can see we've got that synthetic teak covering on the outside on the deck and in the bow area. And then you can see we've got the windlass up here inside the anchor locker. And I like the fact that this one's got a cleat in place where you can have extra safety measures. You can tie rope to it to make sure the anchor doesn't drop. And this anchor locker is also big enough that this is where I would store the bow rope, so that it's always close at hand whenever needed. And then as I pan around and look aft, we'll take in that hard top with a stainless steel frame. It's got 2 speakers. It's got blue and white lighting, and it's also got spreader lights built into it as well. For a boat of this size and design, I was very impressed, and I'm sure this one is going to turn heads wherever it goes. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments, so if you can leave a comment down below, it'd be much appreciated. If you can hit that like and subscribe button, it really does make a difference. And as always, I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.